Welcome to the Mark Kingston Show. We're halfway through the conference season. The head coach joins me now. And Coach, at the halfway point, you guys are sitting in first. Still a lot of baseball left, but did you expect this coming through into your first year?
Well, I just think you want to do the best you can with your team, and so far I think we're doing that. I think we're maximizing our abilities. I think we're playing a really good brand of baseball, and the guys are coming to the field every day to try to win. And so far we've been able to do that at a better rate than the other teams in our conference. However, we also know we're at the halfway point, and there's a lot of baseball to be played.
For the first time in conference, though, you guys dropped a series at Memphis last weekend. Kind of a tough situation, a doubleheader the first day and then a short day game following that. With all of that, what did you take away from the weekend?
What I told our team basically is that when you play in a league this good, our RPI right now is ranked third in the country. It's ACC, SEC, and us are the top 3 rated teams in the country right now based on RPI. There's going to be a weekend occasionally where you don't win the series or you don't sweep the series like you want to do. So you have to bounce back from it. We played a good Memphis team. Every game you play in this league is going to be a challenge. That's the bottom line. And so occasionally things aren't going to go your way. And the Sunday game could have gone either way, and we made a few uncharacteristic mistakes for us, and they cost us the ball game, and that ended up costing us the series. But we're not going to let it get us down. We're going to bounce back like we always do, focusing on the next game.
What we did see, though, Coach, in Game 1 of that Memphis series, you brought Tommy Peterson on in the 8th. He got 2 outs, and then in the 9th, you had a comfortable lead. Instead of taking him out of the game, brought him into left field. Now, I understand the reasoning, you wanted to save him in case you did need him, but how do you come up with a scenario like that?
Well, you just try to be as creative as possible. And throughout this season, we've found different ways to try to maximize our abilities and put guys in roles that maybe they didn't start the season in. So as coaches, we just want to try to be as creative as possible. And so that was a scenario where you didn't want to totally take Tommy out of the game just in case the other team started to rally. So we put him in the outfield knowing that would save his arm and not put more wear and tear on his arm for the weekend. And it turned out Mark came in and did a nice job, and we didn't need to bring Tommy back to the mound.
It was a strange weekend, but maybe a good result out of that is all this rest. Now with the game Wednesday, you were done Saturday. How nice is that to be able to get these guys some rest?
Yeah, I think it's big. We've talked about it with the team a lot, is that we're going to do our part as coaches to make sure they're provided the rest and the sleep and the food and the fuel that they need. It's going to be up to them then to make sure that when we do get on the field, it's to be sharp, it's to get better, and it's to continue our progress. And so late in the season, you're going to see some teams fade a little bit. You're going to see some teams gain some strength, and hopefully we're one of those teams that is going to continue to gain momentum and strength as we go.
Well, one guy who has been sharp all season, the starting pitcher on Friday nights, Jimmy Herget. We'll talk with the junior when we return here on the Mark Kingston Show.
Once again, Tampa General Hospital is proud to be named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News & World Report and recognized as one of America's best hospitals in 4 specialties: cardiology and heart surgery, nephrology, orthopedics, and urology. #1 in Tampa Bay, again, and one of America's best. Tampa General Hospital, trusted for our expertise, chosen for our care.
2-2 pitch, big swing and a miss.
Time to sit down.
2-2 pitch. Cold third strike. Jimmy Herget strikes out the side.
Welcome back to the Mark Kingston Show. We're joined now by junior pitcher Jimmy Herget. Jimmy, I want to ask you about what goes in your mind every Friday night, because you're going to be out there starting. When you have that role as the Friday night guy, what are the expectations you kind of put on yourself?
Well, to start off, you want to start the series on a high note. You want to go out there and really set the tone for the rest of the weekend, get a clutch W on Friday, and hopefully win the game on Saturday to win the series and maybe set up for a sweep on Sunday.
This has been a familiar role for you. You've been the Friday night guy ever since you got here, but this year you have a new coaching staff. Has that changed at all for you in terms of pregame prep or how they work with you or anything like that?
Not really. They really came in and were just like, kind of let me do what I've been doing, and they said, whatever works for you, do it.
What do you like about going out there and being the one responsible for getting that first win?
It's great. It's great that the coaches trust that in me and allow me to go out there and do what I have to do to hopefully get the team a W.
After his freshman year, Jimmy was kind of shut down, but then last year you got a cool opportunity to pitch in the Cape Cod League. What was that experience like, pitching against some of the best college baseball players across the country?
First of all, it was humbling, because some of these guys are amazing hitters and didn't get away with some of the stuff that I have been, and kind of, reality check. So I had to step back and really learn how to pitch, I guess you could say, this summer.
So did you take away from things from that summer into now what you've done in some of your starts this season?
Yeah, just don't take any hitter for granted. Basically go out there and treat everybody the same. Just get in and get out.
What about in terms of your inning workload? Because after your freshman year, you didn't pitch. Now to throw a summer on the Cape Cod League, to come out and still pitch a full season, how do you maintain your velocity without getting tired out?
Well, just working out, running, doing the things that I have to do to stay in shape. And last year was a long year. It was a lot of innings, but I'm ready for it again, and we'll see what happens.
Talk to me about your release and your arm slot. It's not that traditional over the top. It's not traditional sidearm. How did you develop that motion?
I have no idea, to be honest. One day, my dad just threw me on the mound because the way I threw from the outfield, every ball was tailing away, and it was really hard for the fielders to catch it. So they decided to throw me on the mound, and I don't know, it's just comfortable, I guess. It's obviously not traditional, that's for sure, but it's just feels good.
And it probably makes it a little more difficult for hitters to pick up. Do you like the way kind of your sliders and your fastballs break because of that motion?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because my fastball I don't really throw anything that's flat. Either moves this way or sliders move the other way, and just tries to keep the hitter off balance, and I guess that's the goal, right?
So you have at least 5 starts left in the season, 4 conference series, and then at least 1 game in the conference tournament. What's going through your mind now about how to stay fresh and your mindset coming down the stretch here?
Win every game. Every time I get the ball, I want to go out there and win a game for our team, and every series that we play from here on out is going to affect our postseason, and see where we are and where we end up. So just go out there and just get a W every single time.
Plenty of baseball ahead for Jimmy Herget and USF. When we come back, we'll talk to head coach Mark Kingston again here on The Mark Kingston Show.
Looking for an individual or family health care plan? Or maybe a dental policy? Look no further than the Tampa Florida Blue Centers in West Shore, Carrollwood, and Pinellas Park. For more information, go to floridablue.com or call the number on the screen.
This is where the legends live, waiting for someone with better innovation. From the brand that reinvented the t-shirt comes the Under Armour Speedform Apollo. This is our rocket ship.
We just talked to Jimmy Herget, who's been a mainstay on Friday nights since he arrived on campus. And Coach, when you inherited this roster, how nice was it to see a guy like Jimmy Herget on there?
No question. Jimmy is a lockdown Friday night guy. He's a guy that, our league has a tremendous amount of great Friday night starters, a tremendous amount of great pitchers, period. But the Friday night starters in our league can go up against anybody in the country. And we'll see that this weekend. We see it pretty much every weekend. And so to have Jimmy out there representing our team, it gives us the feeling that we have a chance to win every time he's on the mound. So he's had a tremendous career here. He's going to have a tremendous career once he leaves here at the next level. So we're very fortunate that we have him, and hopefully we can continue to finish strong so that he can really finish his career here on a very high note.
There seem to be a couple of factors why Jimmy is so successful. He has that unique arm slot. He really just battles out there. What have you noticed that makes him such a dominant pitcher?
Everything you need as a pitcher, Jimmy has. He's competitive, he has great stuff, he wants the ball in big situations, he's able to make big pitches when it really matters. So everything that you could possibly want in Jimmy as a head coach, as a scout, as a teammate, he brings to the table. So once again, I've said it a million times, we're very fortunate that he's our guy. And so when he's out on the mound, you feel like you have a great chance.
Not just what he can do and get you a win on most Friday nights, but in terms of being able to save the bullpen, being able to give you that start of a series strong effort, how much does that help you in balancing the rest of your weekend?
That's big. You want guys that can go deep into the game because the bullpen is only as good as how fresh it is. And so when Jimmy can do that and when Casey can do it, it really helps our bullpen. And I think Tommy has been the beneficiary this year of having to go most of the time just for an inning. And you can thank Jimmy, you can thank Casey and the other starters on the staff for that. So you want your guys to go deep into the game because not only does it help them, but it also helps the bullpen.
4 conference series left, and this weekend starts a tough stretch. It's against the preseason pick, Houston, to win the conference. Then you're on the road for a while. How important is this series coming up here?
Well, every game is important at this point. We talk about it all the time. It's like a major league pennant race now. Every game matters, and so we're going to embrace it. It's a great challenge for us. It's a great opportunity and something we're excited to do. We want to make the most of it, and so we're going to go out there. We're going to leave it all on the field. Every cliche you can come up with, but it's true. We're going to really enjoy it. We're not going to do anything that's going to take away from the experience, and so we're going to attack it, and then at that point we'll see what happens.
Well, it all starts this weekend, 3 against Houston, beginning Friday night at 6:30. Then a different normal start time, 4:30 on Saturday, 1 o'clock on Sunday. Thanks for watching this edition of The Mark Kingston Show.